a canned hook out of aluminum, and he used it throughout his work there as a sawyer. He found that people enjoyed the product. They liked the aluminum handle. They thought it was a really cool design and idea. And as an engineer and an ambitious man, he decided to take that and make a business out of it. And so in 2004, he started Logrite, and he started manufacturing can hooks and PVs for the logging industry. And as the business grew and we developed customers, we spent a lot of time going to trade shows and selling our products to people with sawmills. And throughout time, we've always been focused on innovation and growth. We've always wanted to have the highest quality products for our customers in the sawmill and firewood space. And so through that, in 2006, Logrite acquired a company, Future Forestry Products, and they were the original manufacturers of the logging arches. And as we brought that on, we added some arches to the lineup. We redesigned some things, and we were able to then sell a more complete package to our customers. Not only can you roll logs around the sawmill, you can also use a small ATV, a tractor, or even by hand to then move logs around the yard or out of the woods very easily and ergonomically with limited impact on the environment. So again, in 2011, we added yet another company, and this was a penetrating lubricant. Like I said, we're always just trying to innovate and make our customers' lives as easy as possible. And so we brought a company called Blue Creeper. Blue Creeper is an amazing penetrant lubricant. It works great for stuck rusty bolts and hinges. It comes in a small 1-ounce boiler with a needle applicator, and so it's designed to allow you to applicate that lubricant in a very specific manner so that you don't make a mess, and cleanup is really easy. So that's a little bit of the backstory. We are a family business. We all a lot of family members do work at Logrite, which is an amazing thing. Not only that, but we go out of our way to make sure that we source and manufacture all of our products right here in the United States and Connecticut. And that's been a goal of ours throughout the entire run of the company, is to find and source all our materials, and we use local vendors for the processes that we cannot do in our shop. And that has been a goal throughout all time, and we continue to have that goal as we move forward. So a few things we make, like I had already said, we make can hooks and PVs. We make a hookaroon, which is a tool that's great for firewood or moving slabs. And we also we do legs, furniture legs for building tables. Throughout time, we just constantly are looking for what for our customers, and that's how the table legs got started. Because we know a lot of our customers have access to slab wood. We deal with a lot of people that own sawmills, and we recognize that people love creating things. They like making furniture and tables. It's a great gift. It's a great addition to your house or your kitchen or your living room. But sourcing the legs for tables can be difficult. Sometimes building table legs can be hard. And so we make the legs so that our customers can build beautiful tables without having to go through the hassle of building legs. If you have a slab and you're able to sand it and stain it, you can have a gorgeous table in your kitchen or living room. And that's really awesome. And like I said, we're constantly trying to come up with new products, and something that we've been thinking about for a long time was hand tongs. Our experience at trade shows, people ask for them. The hookaroon is a great product, and I know people love using the Logrite hookaroon, but it's not a tool specifically for picking up firewood. It's for moving things, say, out of the back of a trailer, or to reach across your log splitter, to put it in a place where you might not want your hands or that you can't reach. And so we knew that our customers wanted a set of hand tongs, and we are proud to announce that we have a lineup of hand tongs now that we have launched, and I'm really excited about them. We have 3 different styles of hand tongs specifically, and we also brought a pulp hook to the market. So our pulp hook's really cool. It has a replaceable heat-treated tip. And so if that tip needs to be replaced, all you got to do is take it off and you can put a new one on. We have, like I said, 3 Our three tongs they're 12-inch wide tong. They come in the traditional style where you have the handle in line with the tongs, as you can see. I'm sorry. As you can see here, the handle's in line with the tongs. And so that makes it great for working around the splitter when you're moving chunks of firewood to pick things up and you can move them around the pile. We also knew that that wasn't the most ergonomic way to grab something and lift things heavy. So we decided to turn the handle. And so these are our Milo style. That's what we call them, is the Milo tong. And it has a 90-degree handle to the direction of the tongs. And so that makes picking up and carrying logs around, small pieces of firewood, branches, things of that nature. It makes it really ergonomic. And along with the Milo tongue, we have the same style where you have the ergonomic right angled handle, but this one is an extended version. It gives you an extra 8 inches of reach on top of what you already get from the tongs, allowing you to reach down on the ground and pick up things that are below you and carry them forward. So, you know, that that's a great place to start. I think I'd love to continue this conversation some more and talk to you guys and see what else is going on. And I just, like I said, I really appreciate the ability to get on here and share with all of your viewers just what it means for us to be a part of this industry that we love.
So, Zach, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Where can they find the pricing for those tools?
So if you go onto our website, logrite.com, all of the products that I'm talking about today can be found right there on our website, from our table legs to the blue creeper to our new hand tongs. Everything can be found right there at logrite.com.
Now, I got some pictures here of your table legs. Here, let me see if I can find them here real quick for you.
Definitely.
You can explain what they are.
Yeah, I would love to do that. If you
Okay.
Yeah, so this is the company. It's the Right Leg Company. That's who we sell. That's our company that sells the table legs. And this one right here, this is our table legs come in a variety of sizes and specifically the shape. So if you look on our website, you'll see the names. This one right here is called our Alyssa table leg. And so if you look at the design of the leg, where this one has a curve that flares out at the bottom, that's our Alyssa style. And as you scroll through our website, you can see different styles. We have the Danielles and the Debs, and this is a stool that we make. And so each one of the legs, whether it's a 17-inch high leg, which would be a small stool, or a bench or a coffee table height, we move up where you can have a 28-inch, which would be your standard dining table. We have a 34-inch, which would be, I like to call the grazing height. It's a great height for, setting out, let's say, buffet foods and things of that nature. And then we have a 40-inch tall, which is the pub table height where you would sit at with a bar stool. This one right here is a beautiful table that a customer had made, and they sent us the photo of this. The legs that are under there are Georgia legs. They're specifically designed to work with these epoxy river tables. They have two separate pieces of angle iron that connect the table leg to the tabletop, allowing you to have a see-through river in the middle without the obstruction of a cross member going underneath your epoxy fill. And then the benches there have the Deb style bench leg, which is just two single legs that sweep out. It's very smooth and nice looking. So,
all right. So nice. I'm going to go through some of these pictures, maybe explain what's going on with these.
So I would love to talk about this photo. This is we are a sponsor of some professional timber sports teams, both like at the collegiate level and the professional level. And so this is one of those professional stands that we made. These are the Axemen, the loggers of Maine, running their hot saws on one of our stands. And because we've been doing that for so many years, we wanted to bring something to our regular customers, not just the professionals. And so in the last couple of years, we've designed and built a consumer axe throwing stand. So if you can find it on our website, we now make a kit that allows our customers to build their own axe throwing stand. So the kit comes with 3 feet, an axe throwing target, and the stakes to attach that axe throwing stand to the ground. And so all you need to make your own axe throwing stands is 3-dimensional 4x4s. So the ones you can get from Home Depot, you just need 3 4x4s, and you can make an axe throwing stand whatever height you want, and a cookie from the log yard, and then you have an axe throwing stand that's stable and easy to assemble.
Awesome. This is one of your log arches?
Yep. So here, the picture, this is of our fetching arch. It's configured at the moment in this photo as a forwarding arch. So this is with the drop tongue and inch accessory that goes along with the fetching arch. The fetching arch and the ATV arch are two arches in the same category. They have the same capacity of logs. It's 25 inches and 2,000 pounds, fully suspended, 10 feet long. You could get a log in there. As you can see, this log isn't fully suspended. It's because it's over that 10-foot mark. And so what you do is you just grab that log a little bit heavy of the center line, and you pick up, and now that log is 90% of the weight of the log is suspended underneath the arch, and it allows you to move, all that weight and those logs with very minimal power, which is very nice for a homeowner or someone with a small farm or a small woodlot, where you want to have a low impact way to move logs out of your woodlot. And the fetching arch standard comes with a D-ring and handle and a set of tongs, and in that configuration, it's used for sending it over a hillside. That's why it's called the fetching arch. You would use it with a winch line, and you hook into that D-ring, and it allows you to fish logs off of bankings and down steep hills where you wouldn't necessarily want to drive a piece of equipment. And then when you get to your landing spot, you can put in the drop tongue and winch combination and then pick up that log and drive it to your landing, which makes it a very versatile arch. The ATV arch by itself is just a forwarding arch. So the ATV arch is meant solely for hooking up behind an ATV or a small tractor, a UTV, something of that nature, and then you can pick up logs and drive them out of the woods.
Yeah, we have a couple ourselves, and it's also very friendly up in the woods. You don't tear up the landscape and everything with the log arches, hauling them out.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you don't have the heavy equipment, you just have the ATVs and the log arch.
Right, and I've had that question before, where I've had customers say, "Well, hey, I have a tractor. I don't need a logging arch," and I understand that you can move some wood with a tractor, or if you have access to a skidder, that is an amazing way to move wood. But that's not what we're focused on. With our logging arches, we are making tools that are one, they're accessible to almost anybody who wants to get a log out of their woodlot. So a homeowner, someone with a small acreage, they can have access to that, and they don't have to destroy their forest in order to harvest the wood out of it. You can do selective harvesting without making a mess. If you're cleaning up a maple stand or you're just trying to harvest firewood, it's a great way to not damage those other young trees that are on their way up while you're trying to collect the firewood for the year.
Yeah, Rick and I would recommend that very highly.
I appreciate
Not to mention it keeps your logs 100% clean, so you have no dirt that you have to worry about sawing.
That's a big thing for us, especially with our sawyers. Is as a sawyer myself, I do a fair amount of sawing in the yard. As you can see here, this is me rolling a log onto a sawmill with one of our extreme duty plant hooks. And having dirt and debris and rocks on the bark of your logs really makes managing your blade sharpness difficult. And so when we can pick the log fully up off the ground, you don't have to worry about dragging it through the mud before you get to it.
Oh, right. So you guys trade your tools for that? Was it an LT40?
So let me ask you a question, Zach. I know Logrite tools are blue.
Yes,
I've seen a lot of Logrite tools that aren't blue. Who do you manufacture tools for? On if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, so I understand. So I'll touch on this picture real quick. This is just a great way for us to show, this is one of our arches. This is a tractor arch that's being manufactured in our shop in Connecticut. And you can just see that we make everything right there from the beginning to the end. Everything's assembled and built right there in our factory. And so as far as our private labeling, we do private label for a few companies. There's a few dealers out there that have our tools specifically. One of them is a steel. If you see a steel logoed tool in your local power sports store, and it looks like a lot of steel, it's because it did come from us. So.
Awesome. Okay. Let me get back over there. Hang on just a minute. I lost my spot.
No worries.
Bear with me, guys. This isn't usually my forte. This is John's on. All right. So what are we looking at here?
So this is really cool, and I love this photo because it shows to me as a part of this business. It shows our growth. Throughout time, we've made an effort to bring as much of the process in-house as we can along the way. So at one point in time, we acquired, this is a CNC plasma. And so all of our hooks that are on all of our tools, we're now able to manufacture those hooks directly in-house. We don't have to have anybody else cut them out. So this is just, again, showing that, through the years, through the growth and the expansion, we've been able to take control of our products. And that's how we are able to deliver the high quality product that we make, is because we have control over all the areas of manufacturing from the beginning to the end.
Awesome. Okay. And I think you've already showed us these.
Yeah. So like I said before, this is a great image. This is our traditional tong. And this is using that traditional tong. So you can see it works great. It's great for picking up small pieces of wood and logs. And I really enjoy using this traditional style when I'm close to the wood splitter, picking up chunks, picking up split firewood, and the ability to move them around if I'm loading a trailer or just picking things up off the ground. You can see all you got to do is bend down and pick up those logs with the tongs, and it works great.
Gotcha.
Right. And so here's the extended Milo version. So I don't believe we have the photos of the regular Milos, but you can see here how using the handle that's turned 90 degrees, it puts my wrist and my arm at a very ergonomic position. And so I'm not straining my wrist as much to pick up and move that log. And when I'm moving small logs across the yard or over to my wood splitter, having the ability to not kind of put my wrist in that weird spot is really nice. It makes things feel a lot lighter. And with the extension here, especially if you're trying to do some yard cleanup or, just shuffle around things around your wood splitter in the firewood processing area, not having to bend over is a real saver on your back.
All right. And then we've got.
So this is our pulp hook. This is a tool that has been around for a long time. The pulp hook has been used in industry for many years. Originally, a pulp hook that was designed to pick up 4-foot chunks of wood, where you would take that end, the sharp end, and you stick it in the butt end of your piece of wood, and it allows you to then grab the other side with your hand, and it can still be used in that manner. Along with all of this is our hookaroon. It's a tool that we've made for as long as we've been in business. The hookaroon is one of my favorite tools, especially when I'm splitting firewood. And it works great for moving slabs off the top of your sawmill as well, if that's what you're doing. So with the hookaroon, all you got to do is grab it and just a light tap into the end of a log or the top of the slab on the mill, and you can grab things. It gives you an extra reach. We make them in all different sizes, from 24 inches all the way up to 96 inches. And so whatever your needs are, we see people use them with firewood processors. A lot of times if things get twisted sideways inside the splitter, it's not the best thing to always reach your hand down in there. So having a hookaroon where you don't have to leave your seat and you can reach down and reposition logs or reach across your splitter table so you don't have to walk around, having that extended reach, it's like having an extra couple feet on your arm.
That's awesome. Any of you guys have any questions for Zach?
I like those log tongs with a handle the 9 degrees out of the way. It seems like a big back saver.
Yeah, they are, and it's something that I didn't I didn't know I needed it until I used it.
I have to add something to my collection of old man tools, I call them.
Minutes ago, asking about what a log arch is.
So what's the price ranges on those tongs, Zach? Just a
So
generalized
the
price range.
tongs are in the $60 to $75 range.
Oh, that's not bad at all. And the pickaroo?
It's the pulp hook is $60, I believe.
Okay. And what about the legs?
So
I
the
know they
legs,
probably vary, right?
yeah, the legs are very variable. We sell, if you look on our website, we sell them as individual pieces. So basically, that's our legs come like that because we have customers. You can mix and match depending on your table length. If you had a 20-foot table or 16-foot table, 2 legs just isn't enough. So you might need a third leg, or if you just need one for a table that's butting up against the wall, or you want to add a built-in. Um, we just sell legs like that individually.
Okay. You got anything else coming up in the works in the future, or any other plans for anything coming up?
So right now we're looking at continuing, the development with looking at the firewood industry is something that we are interested in, and we're constantly trying to make our products make using your other tools easier. So right now there's not any specifics I can get into, but as a company that's focused on making our customers' lives easier, we're always in the back rooms trying to develop new things that'll make, whether it's sawing wood or splitting firewood, just trying to improve that experience for the people who use our tools.
Yeah, because I think last time you came on here, and thank goodness your internet's up and doing good. We
Yes,
appreciate that.
it's wonderful.
We felt so bad because we had quite a few people on there asking questions and everything, and you were just like hung up and stuck, and everybody was messing with you. But you're a good sport about it. We appreciate
Of course.
it.
Only when you asked him a question.
Yeah.
All right. So the question came up from Dan Sawfish about 3-point hitch. Was that addressed?
No,
I don't think so. Here, let me get back up there.
All right.
Here it is, right there.
I had a question about your finish on your table legs. Is that a powder coating?
Yep. It's a textured black powder coat on all of our legs.
Yeah, that's a great idea. That just helps the guy that is not not all guys do the wood and the fabrication. That way they can keep their wife happy real quick with only doing wood.
Yeah.
Hello, my buddy Craig. I didn't even see you slip in here.
I've been right
Where
below you
was
the whole
I?
time, dude.
Where was I?
All right. So there's a question on the screen there, Zach. It says, does Zach make a tractor 3-point hitch? Boom.
I don't know if I fully understand the question. What do you mean by boom?
Some people call it a stinger. It's like a 3-point hitch goes on the back of a tractor and it just sticks straight out for picking up the end of a log or picking up items. Have you ever seen a portable engine lift?
Yes.
Something like that goes on the back of a tractor.
Okay. No, that isn't something that we currently have in our lineup, but as people who love our customers, we are open to hearing what people need in the industry. And so, if you call and talk to our front office, we would love to have a conversation about what your needs might be. And if we can make something happen, we would love to be a part of it.
All right. So there's a question there. Are
There
the
you go.
legs on the Logrite site?
Yep, you can find our legs on the Logrite website as well.
Okay. And the legs are very nice.
Thank you.
Oh, okay, I got you.
I met your dad at Paul Bunyan this year, and he was super excited about the customer base that was there with the the firewood opportunities with all that stuff.
Yes. Yeah, we love going to trade shows and interacting with all of our customers two big ones that we go to is the Woodsman's Field Days in upstate New York, and also the Paul Bunyan Show out there in Ohio. And just being able to go out there and let our customers get their hands on our tools and see what they look like in person is really important to us. Interacting with all the people in the industry is always a pleasure, and it's just a good time to be out there at those trade shows.
A lot of the same
Paul.
like-minded people.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I didn't get the opportunity to go to Paul Bunyan this year. I had some.
I know. I saw your tin man over there.
Yeah.
Your dad was there.
I did get to go to the Boonville Woodsman Field Day this year, and I really enjoy being at trade shows and answering questions and letting people see the stuff.
Yeah, Rick and I walked up to Zach and said, "How you doing, Zach?" He just kind of looked at us like we had two heads.
We had been a long time at that point.
Do I know these guys? They're gonna kill me.
maybe you were blurry the last time. I don't know.
No, or we're just like stuck.
Yeah.
All right, I see on here that Adirondack Woodsman had a question, but I don't see the question.
Yeah, what was that, Paul?
I'm not getting all the comments, Tim.
Well,
Jeff bought a used log arch. I was wondering about I think there was a receiver hitch on the front and the back. It was a L26, I think, or
L35,
TL36.
L36. I saw that question. Rick, what happened was when John didn't come in, it messed us up. I had to redo everything.
All right, but I'm not getting any of the comments.
Not at all.
Well, I'm getting some, but not all of them.
You should be. I'm getting them all.
So I see a question here from the Adirondack Woodsman, and it's about
That's the one.
the T36 log arch that we manufacture. And the question is that it has a receiver hitch on the back, top, and rear of the arch. And so what those receiver hitches are used for is some of our customers want to put a receiver-mounted winch, so you can have an electric winch mounted on either the front or the rear of the arch. It just gives you the ability to use different implements if you'd like, and have some extra usability with those tools.
Gotcha. He also commented there. If you want to read that, Zach.
Yeah. A comment about consolidating on the YouTube so we could all communicate with each other during the live stream.
Yeah.
You gotta work on that.
That would be handy.
Well,
with our arches, most of the arches in our lineup, they do move logs very well, but most of them have ways that you can use them beyond just moving logs. Are the three arches that are designed to be used by hand or with a piece of equipment: our fetching arch, our buck arch, and the junior arch, which are the junior arch is our smallest arch in the lineup. But we manufacture attachments for those arches, like a trailer dolly for the buck arch and the junior arch that gives you the ability to move trailers around your yard and pick up different things and move them around. We also have a hook and sling attachment for the buck and junior, because sometimes you don't want to use those tongs. Maybe you're moving beams for a timber frame project, or you have to move some pipe or culvert, and you want to have a sling around the thing you're picking up. You can use our arches in that way as well.
all right.
Okay. For you guys, it's missing John Davison. He's got no internet. He texts me on the phone. So That's why he's not here with us.
Did the snow put it out? No.
I had
He
a
made
question,
fun of us.
Zach. Are you, I guess, is Logrite manufacturing 100% of their products in America?
Yep. So all the stuff we make is made right here in the United States in our facility in Connecticut. So, like I said, not only is it fully built in America, but we also go out of our way to make sure that we source things in the States as well.
Awesome. Yeah, that's a big thing going forward. American made, not American assembled, but American made.
Correct.
Yes, yeah, and we also we do our best, and we do everything we can to if we do need to utilize an outside vendor, whether it's for our zinc plating or the heat treating of our hooks and our tips for all of our tools, we use local vendors in that way.
How
Well,
much of my
that's-
Woodmeister stuff is yours?
Yeah, that's the only way you can control quality. If somebody else is building it for you, they got you over a barrel.
Yeah, so quality is at the top of our priority list. From start to finish. Like you said, we have the ability to see all of our stuff as it moves through. So we have the ability to see our hooks and when they're cut, and then when they get finished, and we get to look at them again before they're assembled and put in our boxes and shipped to our customers. And doing it that way allows us to have as many eyes on our products as possible. And that way, when they go to our customers, we have the ability to be confident in the fact that they're getting a good product.
Yeah, well, there's a lot goes into manufacturing that people don't realize. Just the steel you use, for instance, when it comes in your factory, I'm sure somebody's doing a Rockwell test on it to make sure you're getting what you ordered and what you paid for, so that the end product is the quality you want to produce.
Right. It's very important to us that our stuff, especially the things that people use these and people might be they move heavy objects and are towing logs behind their tractors and are picking up things, and so having the confidence that our products are built well out of good materials is very important to us.
Well, we've all experienced the cheap quality stuff that's out there. We can name several different companies you buy it from, but you buy it, you pay decent money for it, you get home and it don't do what it's supposed to. It just falls apart because it was made with substandard materials. And it looks bad on the company that's trying to sell it because they're paying somebody else around the world to make it instead of making it themselves. And we appreciate American made.
Absolutely.
All right,
Yeah.
Zach. Now, I know you're a good sport from the last time you're on here. So we're getting bombarded tonight with a few different things. I'm going to throw a question up there just to have a little fun. What do you think about that?
I think that it would be in my best interest to not comment.
Good answer.
So
That's when you
I know-
start doing this, Zach. You go,
I know you're a good sport, and everybody else is on here too. So we get crazy stuff like this. I'll put it up there. I don't care.
I don't care either. Craig, you had a question you wanted to ask Zach. What was it?
Yeah, I was just wondering about my Woodmeiser stuff. It says Logrite on it.
Yep.
No way.
You got a tool from Woodmeiser with the Logrite logo on it.
Correct.
Yes. So
5 of them.
we do manufacture tools. Some of the can hooks and PVs that Woodmeiser sells will have our Logrite logo on them.
I wish you'd put the sticker up a little bit higher, because where you have them, they get rubbed off from prying logs to and fro.
Yeah. Well, the good news is how it's a Logrite is that it's well made,
Yes.
and
I had a 4,000-pound log drop on one, and it barely has a dog leg in it.
Now, Neil here from Riverside, he's one of our panelists. He couldn't make it tonight because of a death in the family, but he says, I have 2 Logrite can hooks. I love them, especially to stop keeping from smashing your fingers.
Yes, sir.
I think him and Thomas both said that if you smashed your finger with one of those, you had to be not so right, I guess.
So
Now,
I'll explain what he's talking about. On our can hooks PVs, the hook that allows you to move the log can swing in both directions, and so on the collar that holds the hook to the tool, we have safety pins that are used in order to stop that hook from coming all the way back to the tool on the reverse side. and so it'll keep you from smashing your fingers. I don't suggest you put them in there because it's not a great place for them to be. But
The fingers of the
I think
pins.
we've all probably done it a time or two.
yeah, sometimes you
All
just
right.
grab it and you stand it up, and the hook comes flying back, and it's a real nice thing that pin is there, so you can keep your fingers safe.
Yeah.
Okay,
Anybody
so
who grew up
everybody,
using old school ones knows what he's talking about. You can get your fingers in the wrong place.
Yes.
okay, so everybody put your poker face on. I've heard through the grapevine that somebody actually bent or dented a track on a sawmill by dropping a Logrite tool on that track.
Ooh,
Look
I
at
don't know who that
Paul's
could
face.
be.
I hear some laughing in the background. Who's that?
Yeah,
Who is that? I don't know
remember how
who
big
that
the
could
cant
be.
was, but can't hook out of my hand and went down onto the track with a cant right on top of it and put a dent in the
Oof.
Woodmiser track.
Ooh.
But the PV was
Boy, you
fine.
were supposed to. I wasn't going to tell on you. You didn't have to break a face.
Gotta fess up.
It wasn't Paul, it was Andy laughing in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I see Adirondack Woodsman says he's got the 72-inch can hooks, and that's our largest tool. We call it the mega hook. It's 72-inch long. It has our what we call the number 3 hook on it. But it's a large hook. You know, that tool is designed for rolling large logs. It's got a lot of leverage. It's got a big hook on it, and it makes rolling those bigger logs easier, especially if you're by yourself or you got to move some stuff, and
Easier. It makes them. It makes it possible.
it makes it possible. Correct. Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily want to use it every day for rolling cants on my mill, but that's why we make a mill special tool. So.
Yeah, how long are those? I remember Eric used to saying that he had a, what was it, 36-inch or something?
Yep. So we make our. I can kind of talk about the different sizes of our tools. So
Yeah.
the mill special category, they're all a smaller tool. We make them from 24 inches up into 42 inches, and all of our mill specials have what we call the baseball grip. So at the end of it, it's got a grip similar to a baseball bat. There's no rubber grip on the mill special tool. It's just the powder coated aluminum with the baseball grip on the end. And that tool, it's designed to be used in and around the sawmill for rolling cants. It's great. Also, you could roll logs onto the mill with it and use it as a normal can hook. But having that extra grip gives you, some place to hold on to and things like that. We also have a series of smaller tools with the grip. We make a 24 and a 36-inch small series can hook, and that has that same smaller handle size. It's just a lighter tool, maybe for doing the same things, but you don't like the baseball grip. And then when you get up to our 42-inch, 48-inch, and 60-inch, and then the 72-inch tool, they have the larger style handle with the rubber grip. And those tools, obviously, the bigger ones for bigger logs, they work great in conjunction with our log stand. It gives you the ability to hook onto a log and then stand it up, and so you can buck up your firewood without putting your saw blade in the dirt. And so all those tools marry up with our log stand, and that's just the standard size for our standard series can hooks and PVs.
I figured like on your 72-inch one, you put a shoulder mount on there where you go and push it up on there.
Yeah.
So what's the price ranges on those, Zach, starting with the shortest ones for the mills up to the 72?
So you're looking at in the range, like the hookaroons, the hookaroons, the 30-inch hookaroon is, around the $69 range. And then, from there you kind of go up. Our bigger tools, I don't quote me on this, around like 130 for our 60-inch tool, and then all the way up to I think like 240 for the largest tool that we make, the mega hook.
I'm not trying to put you on the spot or anything. I'm just, people always curious on, price ranges. So
Yeah.
I hope you don't mind me asking that. So
No, that's
appreciate
fine. Like I'll do the best that I can off the top of my head here, but the those along with the Mega Hook, we also make an Extreme Series tool, 60-inch, both hook and PV. And so the Extreme Series tools is a standard size can hook or PV, the 60-inch version, but it's
Mhm.
got a reinforced handle. It's higher. It's a thicker gauge of aluminum on the handle, and I've never needed one because I've never broken one of our standard tools. But some people feel like they want that extra material, and they're going to upgrade to the extreme duty tools. Those are the ones you see if there's yellow. The yellow tools that you see, whether it's a 60-inch or the 72-inch, are extreme duty.
So do you
Okay.
do all your own powder coating right there in your factory, or?
So we do not have a powder coat line. That's one of the processes that we use a local vendor for.
Gotcha.
But
All right. I'd like to take just a second here to welcome all our viewers. You guys that are joining us, go ahead and put down there who you are and where you're from. If you have any questions for Zach, throw them right up there on the comment section, and we will get to that question, guarantee it.
Hey, Rick, it
All
might
right,
be a good
got it.
time to talk about next month's guest real quick.
Yep. Next month's guest is going to be Jack Beckwith with Wood-Mizer. That show will be on December 20th at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you catch that show, put it down. Don't forget, Jack is a good guest.
Yeah, all about the blades and Wood-Mizer and all kinds of goodies.
Jack is very knowledgeable. Must be people with the last name of K, with their name ends in K. They're very knowledgeable people. Right, Zach?
Okay.
I think the teams are pretty high up there as well.
All right, so go ahead. I didn't mean to break in, but I just want to welcome our viewers. We have quite a few people watching us. We got one in Southern Maine, Roy Salmon.
Do we really?
Welcome, Roy.
Nice.
Now,
Yeah.
I got a quick question for you, Zach. I didn't know that Logrite had purchased Blue Creeper. It's kind of a hidden gem a lot of people don't know about.
Yeah, so like I said, in 2011, it's one of those things that when we have the ability to improve whatever we do, whatever our customers do, it was a great opportunity for us. We love it, so it was one of those things that it was a product that as people who work with tools, who have to build things, I spend a lot of time manufacturing fixtures and jigs for our shop in order to make the manufacturing process easier. And so having a lubricant that works really well was really important to us. And, obviously there are a lot of lubricants on the market, but I believe that Blue Creeper is at the top of the list just because it works so well. If you try it, you're going to believe me. Instantly quiets hinges. It does a great job of breaking free rusty nuts and bolts. We always suggest to our customer, if you have something that is going to be really hard to get off, whether it be a bolt or something that's stuck, is just to drip a little bit of that Blue Creeper into that, let it sit for a couple hours while you go have your coffee break, and then come back to it and give it a try then.
Right. Was this another Northeastern company that were they close by to your office?
I'm actually not entirely sure. That was before I was a full-time Logrite employee. I was, back in high school still.
You were young then. Okay.
Wow, we got northern eastern Pennsylvania, Indiana,
Joe Maine.
upstate South Carolina.
Yeah. Well, South Carolina, guess who that is, Tim?
I'm thinking your granddaughter.
That's my granddaughter.
Oh, isn't that crazy?
That's cool.
Good for
Oh,
her.
Nate from
Hey,
Bissell
Nate, how
Farms.
you
I was
doing?
out there with him.
What's that?
Nate Bissell Farms. He was out there with us at Woodland at the Paul Bunyan
Oh,
show.
okay. Yeah.
He
Nice.
actually had the Airbnb for everybody. Super good guy.
Awesome.
Oh,
So I also like to say, along with being proud of what we do, manufacturing things here in the States, one of the things we do on a yearly basis is an open house in Connecticut. And so in April, we open up our facility. We have some of our vendors come by, some of the people that we deal with. There's people who saw wood and a chainsaw carver and things of that nature. And we do a shop tour, and we allow our customers to walk around with us and tour all the shop. We have a lot of equipment. We're constantly doing research into new and better ways to manufacture our products, whether it's finding out how to make things faster and better. And excuse me. And along with that, we've added some really cool things, a lot of cool equipment, a lot of, innovative. We recently, in the last couple of years, added a automated robotic welder. And so it's a collaborative robot that we work with, that we program in order to make the process more consistent and more efficient. And so, it's a great opportunity for people who are Logrite customers to come see where the stuff is made, because we really do make it all right there in Connecticut. And so, be on the lookout. The Logrite website, you can get on our email mailer, and so you can get information about the some deals that we might be having, or our open house. You can also see with us on our Logrite Facebook page and things like that. You can check out and see which trade shows we'll be at, and you can come see us and talk to us and buy some tools from us.
Whereabouts in Connecticut?
We're in Vernon, Connecticut. It's just
Vernon.
outside of Hartford.
Hartford. So, Rick,
Hartford.
that sounds like maybe a trip we might have to make.
We could do that maybe. I don't know. Maybe if you drive.
I'll drive.
I can't stay awake that long.
How many minutes is Connecticut from you guys?
It's not too far.
Yeah, minutes. How many minutes is that? Because if it's not minutes,
Yeah.
Rick ain't going.
No,
No, he'll go because I got the heated massage seat, so he'll just sleep while I drive. Just like when we went to Woodsman's this year, he slept every morning.
we
So,
we traveled so much. I've traveled so much and so far in my work life that now that I'm retired, I don't want to leave my playground. Can anybody blame me?
I don't. Yeah, no, I don't blame you.
yeah, I went from 2,000 or 3,000 miles a week to 100 miles a month. If that,
same here. 12 years I did it. Too
I
long.
did it for 35.
All over the
37.
United States.
Yeah, it's nice to be at home.
Well, it's nice to
Yes.
have good hand tools when you need good hand tools with a mill, and Logrite does make good tools.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And I saw a question there about being at Woodsman's Field Days. We our booth is directly in front of the covered bridge, generally there at that trade show. So we have our own booth there at the Boonville show.
Yeah, you're right across from Woodmiser.
Yep, right there.
Let's see, what's Paul say here?
Did you see? Is that an accurate question from Nate Bissell? Zach, is that your dad? Right.
Yes, yeah. Kevin is my father. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I couldn't remember. I'd met so many guys and talked to me, but I was like, I think that's who his dad. That's his dad.
Yep.
Yep. There he is.
Is it right there?
Yep.
Yeah, that's me and my father. That's us at the Boonville show.
Yeah.
And there in our booth, and you can see in the back, just to speak quickly on some of the other stuff we do. Those tools hanging up on the rack there in the back are our log scales. We sell them with or without handles, International and Doyle.
Oh yeah.
As well. And those are great. They're anodized aluminum with a laser engraved, numbers on them. You know, they last forever. They're built well, and it'll be
I use my Doyle every day, almost every day.
yeah.
Love it.
Didn't you have some axe throwing targets or something up there too, Zach?
Yeah, so I like I mentioned earlier in this video, we do now manufacture axe throwing target. It's just a easy thing to assemble. You put a couple legs on it, and you have a really sturdy target to throw your axes at.
So that's great for angry wives, correct?
Exactly. Yeah. You don't have to go to the axe throwing place anymore. You can do it right in your backyard.
There you go. That's awesome. Let's see. You're 4 hours from out around that woodsman. Logrite is a great idea. Oh, right leg. Yep, that's a great idea. I agree.
Thank you. Yeah, it was one of those things that making tables I love to make tables. It's one of the things that I do in my free time is I create tables and do epoxy work and things like that. And so having the ability to find beautiful pieces of wood, sometimes you just come across something that's too beautiful to saw into dimensional lumber, and you want to make nice out of it. And so having tables that you can have beautiful designs with is a really nice addition.
So Zach, you own a sawmill? You own a sawmill?
Yes.
Sawmill.
So everybody on here owns a sawmill, Zach, and you mentioned Home Depot earlier.
Yeah.
Buying stuff, yeah.
So, I mentioned Home Depot because I understand that not everybody that's going to want an axe throwing stand is going to be somebody who owns a sawmill. And so if you do own a sawmill, all you have to do is cut your lumber to 3.5 by 3.5.
Or go visit your local sawyer for it.
Dimensional 4x4.
So you have a Chuck Root from Not So Retired with Chuck and Judy. I have a Cook's SW52 sawmill. I bought 72-inch can hooks from Logrite for the big logs, and he's a little northeast of Kalamazoo. I imagine that's Michigan, correct?
He needs the big ones. That's a 52-inch cut.
I know. It's like the slabber.
Yeah.
But Chuck and Judy, I really appreciate your business. And I hope you're enjoying using your 72-inch can hook. I know it makes rolling those giant logs a lot easier.
Well, I know that if you got an ATV arch, you are going to be super pleased with it. Rick and I have them, and it's just like, oh my gosh, it's the best thing that we could ever have as far as logging for us and maintaining our forest.
Yes, I am impartial to the ATV arch. It is my favorite arch in the lineup. It was very, very handy for a few years. I worked on a farm, and logging and forestry wasn't our main priority, but I split a lot of firewood, and being able to move those logs with a small ATV, and I managed a sugar stand for maple syrup, and getting in there without tearing things up has been great.
Yeah, Nate. Yeah, exactly. Keeping them out of the mud. That's what it's all about.
Yeah. Amen.
Absolutely.
All right, two guys have joined us. Hi guys, how you doing?
Hello, Dan.
Another thing too, Zach, is I've noticed that using log arches instead of dragging logs with a tractor or a skidder, you don't damage trees because you're not dragging logs around trees. You're actually driving through the woods, hauling logs off the ground on a trailer. Basically.
Yes. So our log arches, they follow very nicely. They track behind your machines, just as well as.
Did you lock up?
I think so.
Yeah.
Was there a quick?
Everybody's freezing, it looks like.
There he is.
Okay,
All
go
right,
ahead.
there
Try
he
it again, Zach.
He's moving.
Close one.
So one of the things also with our arches is that you can actually use more than one in conjunction with each other. So if you are someone who has an ATV arch, a great addition to having an ATV arch is a small junior arch, because when you, let's say you wanted to take out an entire tree or something that was longer than that 10, 11 foot range, and you didn't want any part of that log to touch the ground, you can use the junior as a tag axle. So you go to the end of the log after you picked it up with the ATV arch, and you set the tongs of the junior, and you can attach the junior to the back, and now you have that log fully suspended much longer than you would individually with just the ATV arch. And the other thing you can do is that if you had a second person with you, that person can use the junior as a steering axle behind you to get yourself out of tight quarters.
That sounds interesting. You'll pull long logs out.
Yeah.
So Zach, you got a new fan.
Thank you.
Let's see what else we got here. Lightning in Northeast Ohio. Yeah, we had a storm come through earlier.
We get nice right now.
Our temperature's actually gone up 3 degrees above freezing, raining.
Oh, good.
I've been in a t-shirt all week.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, yeah.
It was 70 degrees today. It was
Good
warm.
for you too.
Good long johns on outside today.
Hey, I
Good
see
for
the
all of
long
you.
range forecast for the Northeast. You suckers getting some snow next week. Hang on.
Shh. We don't like that we don't like that four-letter word. Come on. Stop
Well,
it.
Now, wait a minute.
I'm
Some
an
of our
apple
southern-
speaker, so I do like that 4-letter word.
Some of our
Oh.
southern brethren down there got snow this past week. So
Yes.
Oh, did they?
yes, they did.
Let's see. Not so retired. Yes, it helps me when I roll them over. I have to use some heavy equipment to handle the real big ones. It's my first time ever joining. Oh, well, thank you for joining our chat. We appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand that. Sometimes leverage and manpower just isn't quite enough, but you know,
Well, so
There are-
sometimes that's all you have, and you got to make do. You know.
sometimes it is. Yeah, and that's why we make a tool that would.
Nice.
How'd I get behind on the comments? Size of
So
ash
this-
will-
Not so retired with Chuck and Judy. Is that what it is?
Yeah. Yep.
Chuck and Judy. Are you YouTube channel? All right, we got a bunch of questions, I think, Tim.
Clicking through them. How do I remember now? I always have a little red.
Thanks, Adirondack Woodsman.
Okay.
They talk about some good guys. I'll tell you that right now. I traveled that far and never worried once about who they were going to be or what kind of characters. Solve the earth people.
That's reassuring, isn't it, Craig?
Yes, sir.
William says hello, Matthew and Eric.
It's just Eric now. Matthew had to leave.
Oh, where'd he go?
Now-
Where'd he go?
Mordecai was just get the so
Now, Zach, your bigger log arches have a taller tire, correct?
Yes. Yep. Yeah. So our T30 and the T36, those numbers correlate. The T30 is up to a 30-inch log. The T36 is up to a 36-inch log, and those use a 5-lug hub and a 6-lug hub, respectively. So they're a bigger tire for those two arches.
How big? How tall is the tire? It's like a 15-inch tire, 16-inch tire. The rim size.
Yes. Yeah. About that size.
Yeah. I know. On rough terrain, you need the bigger tires to get over rocks and stuff like that.
Yeah. I expect
Taller.
the bigger arches, and then the two smaller arches, the ATV and the fetching arch, both use the wider ATV style tire. That's good for, when you have
Right.
the ATV or UTV that you're using in the woods. It's nice to have that tire. It's got a little better flotation than a standard trailer tire.
So
Right, we have,
Chuck answered you, right?
Ah,
Chuck answered you right there.
yes, we are a YouTube channel. Judy and I are building our own house. Oh, nice. We'll have to check your channel out. If you type sawmill down there in the comment section, if you come in through our channel, your channel will come up on the screen. On the
Yeah, if you come
chat
through our
screen.
YouTube channel,
Yeah, I don't know if it'll work through anybody else's.
I don't think it will.
Yeah, in our experience with the log arches, Zach, we have a very rough terrain here, a lot of rocks,
Yeah.
and taller tires really help out getting over the rocks and stuff like that.
Right.
We started out with ATV tires, and like you said, the low ground pressure is great, the flotation, but getting over some of these big rocks, it was like almost impossible.
What, Nate? National emergency? Don't come up to the Northeast. 1 inch, we close down the state. That's like frost to us. That's funny.
Even with the snow and with the weather, we've manufactured our logging arches and products for people in all the areas of our country, and we make skis for our ATV and fetching arches, the skis that can mount directly onto the arch, so you can pull them with a snow machine. Let's say you're in
that's cool.
and having the ability to move logs out of the woods no matter where you are is something that we really strive to achieve.
2 foot
Nice.
in Tennessee.
Nate's in Ohio.
2 foot.
Now, I think we weren't the first ones to get snow this year, were we, Craig?
No.
Out of our group. Craig had snow a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I had it didn't last very long, but I have snow above me on the hills above me.
It doesn't matter if it lasts long as you get it first.
Yeah, I got it first.
Yeah, Dan, you're exactly right. I remember when we lived down south, school would close if we had a threat of a flurry. You're right.
Oh yeah.
They've been in hoodies and cold too.
Now, Craig, you're 7,000 feet above sea level, right?
No, not that. I'm like 56 at my home.
56.
Yeah. 56.
How do you breathe? How do you breathe, Craig?
Well, in through my nose and out through my mouth most of the time.
There you go. I was waiting.
Don't you have oxygen? Like that's like way up there.
Well, I'm acclimated to it. You
Well,
kind of
maybe that explains some of your silliness.
Could be part of it.
Can you tell the difference when you go up in elevation, Craig? When you go up,
I can't.
well, you've lived there your whole life, pretty much, haven't you?
Yeah, no, I've lived here my whole life. When I go down to Arizona, I mean, it's
Come out to the East Coast in July and August when it's 95 and 115% humidity, and
I was going to say humidity will kill them.
I don't have a knife sharp enough to cut through it.
That's it.
I will say with winter coming and it getting colder, we all know that picking up firewood that's cold and wet and frozen is not a fun task. And so, not to plug my product, but the Logrite hand tongs make it a lot simpler where you don't have to get your hands covered in that wet, cold 4-letter word. All you got to do is grab onto it with a set of our brand new hand tongs, and it'll save your hands from being cold and wet all day long sitting there at the firewood splitter.
Dad's trained him good. Good job, Kevin.
Yep.
Hey, George.
You always got to be your number one.
George, he was out there.
Awesome.
So Craig, when you
We
went
were
to
out there
Ohio,
so busy doing stuff at Bunyan that we didn't have a lot of time to chit chat about stuff.
so Craig, when you went to Ohio,
Oh.
you didn't notice a difference in breathing?
Oh,
I think.
Hey, Rick.
Did you?
This is
Yeah.
Junior. This is the guy that I met today. Him and his wife or girlfriend or his wife, I
Oh.
think. Junior, I got
Okay.
it up there.
How
Hello,
you
Junior.
doing, Junior?
Yeah, he's got all that stuff that I showed you earlier.
Okay.
He's
cool.
got some awesome works, guys. He does with the electricity on the boards, and he got the 2 probes, and he was telling me on how he made it out of a transformer out of a microwave. It's pretty cool.
yeah. And she just called his wife his girlfriend. He might not be here tomorrow.
Well, I didn't ask. Wife, girlfriend, I don't know.
Yes.
We were too busy talking wood. I didn't really ask. So,
Go ahead, Maple Farms, ask away.
Yeah.
hello, Craig.
He said Craig turned into a superhuman breathing Ohio air.
Where did he go?
I don't know. He probably had a problem, and mother's not in the room with him.
Oh no.
I could tell you we grew up in South Carolina down on the coast, and we were 25 foot above sea level. And when we moved back to where we are now, we're only at 1,250 feet above sea level, and the top of our hill behind the house is like 1,800 feet. And if I walked from the house to the top of the hill, I was blue. I couldn't get enough oxygen.
Dan, he was working so hard, no time to think about breathing.
Zach, I got a question for you at Logrite. Can we possibly look forward in the future to some firewood processing equipment coming out of your manufacturing facilities?
But what do you exactly what do you mean? What do you mean by that?
Something besides a Go Devil. It's got hydraulics and levers, and
As an engine.
So right now, that's not something that is directly on the table, but we are looking forward into making things around the woodlot easier. Some other tools that are more useful in a way that's not maybe not specifically any one particular piece of equipment, but something that can be used in conjunction around the yard, or to use in order to move some logs around, pick them up, put them in a better position. So like I said, we are constantly trying to innovate and come up with new products. Right now the focus is obviously on our hand tongs that we're bringing. We've created a great product in the hand tongs. They're super well built. Built out of good materials, allow you to move things ergonomically, and then we're continuing to look at the industry, whether it be for sawmilling or splitting firewood, and we're seeing where our customers have hangups, and we're seeing where our customers need some assistance, whether it be with anything mechanical or a use of a hand tool that we can create, and then from there we bring it to the design process. So we're constantly looking at whether it be firewood or sawmilling or just logging in general, and trying out different things as we move forward. So there are things in the works that we're slowly kind of putting some engineering hours into, but there's nothing that I can announce at this point.
I know I put you on point there, but there is a lot of room for improvement in the sawmill application, secondary handling, firewood processing, slab flatteners, sanding tables. You build beautiful tables, and you're probably using somebody else's equipment to slab flatten.
Yeah, yeah. That's that's why I said we're like I said we do look at all those things, and one thing that's important to us is not to just recreate something that is already been made. The Logrite name is synonymous with high quality products and innovation, and so if the product that we're going to bring to the market, it's because we believe that it's going to make a real difference, a real impact with our customers. And so I'm not looking to just make another wheel, or make another product that doesn't fulfill a need. So it is important to us that we create things that are that do make a difference, and that our customers need. And so, but it is input like this, like you said, like, hey, this is where I see a problem, and I wish I had a tool. One of the reasons why our hand tongs have been brought to the market is because we have customers that want that product, that need a hand tong, and they didn't have access to one, or they didn't have one that they liked. And so that was a real driving force behind making it. So as a company, we do our best to listen to our customers, to make sure that we hear what people need and want, and what they think about the stuff we make. There's been a lot of processes and additions to our products that were because we had conversations with our customers about what they felt like they needed out of our products, and then we went forward from there.
Right. Well, that's the beauty of an American-owned company. If you got a good idea and you go to your dad and say, "Hey, we got a market for this," they ain't but one person got to sign off on it, and you're making it.
Right.
Yep. Eric, there's a question there for you.
Yes, we do that quite a bit. I kiln dry a lot of local sawyers wood they've sawed, and then secondary process it. That's why we bought this big old winding molder over here, is to process my own wood as well as local sawyers, local customers. Be glad to do it. You can reach me through Facebook. I'm there all the time.
Rick, who's time?
I'll address that one. Applebee's won't let us in anymore, so that's not true.
The lie detector test determined that was a lie.
Okay, move on.
Oh goodness, people.
Hey, can we take a second? We have a somebody that bought some wood from us that came up with a great idea, and I'd just like to show the idea on here.
Sure.
It's a new business. Can you bring the pictures up, Tim?
Sure can.
So they bought wood from us to make a horse trailer into a bar. And I think what they do is they rent the trailer and the bartender to weddings and stuff like that. But they turned a horse trailer into a bar. Is that a great idea or what? And I'm looking real quick to see what the name of the new company is.
Yeah, now you made everybody thirsty.
Yeah.
Cheers.
But
I just told them I'd give them a shout out on the name of their company. It is Slips and Sips.
Slips and Sips.
Yeah, I just thought that was a great idea to take a horse trailer and turn it into a chuck wagon or whatever this is, but this is really cool.
Rick, what would look great sitting outside in front of that bar would be a couple of right leg stools and some right leg tables for people to enjoy the beverages that they've made. That's really that's really why we make the legs and the furniture. we make them so they can be easy and they can match your wood. If you already had a bunch of beautiful wood and you wanted to make a beautiful table, you could store them inside and bring them right out, and then have a couple of places to sit down and enjoy those beverages.
There you go, Zach.
Yeah.
Um,
Rick, did you
Hopefully
have
they're
a question
watching tonight.
sharpening blades?
Junior, this question's Junior asked me a question. This is a gentleman who's out today. I cannot display those pictures on here because I have to load them beforehand. But maybe on the next show, if you come on next show and remind me or text me before, I can load them on here and then we can show them for everybody.
Hey, Rick, for the horse trailer bar, I think they're also going to need a copy of Craig the Bearded Log Guy.
Oh,
Sit
yeah.
up front there.
What's that, Paul?
For the horse trailer here, the horse trailer bar, I think they're going to need a copy of Craig the Blue Bearded Log Guy up front
The
there.
log man.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Log
we can put them at one of Zach's tables with the legs.
There you go.
Well,
Oh, man, we're
Logman's got
thinking outside the box.
Logman's got a problem. Logman's got termites,
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
and his left elbow is in really bad shape right now.
Arthritis sucks.
Yeah.
Zach, you see that there from Nate?
I do. I appreciate that. And if it's, as we move forward and continue to expand our lineup, those are things that we definitely look at. So if that is something in our future, I'll be sure to reach out.
Yeah. Go grab a beer.
Yeah. I agree. Made me thirsty.
All right. So I think we're caught up on the comments, guys.
I seen one pop up. Somebody's asking some questions about sharpening. Did that get through?
Oh, I think they were talking amongst themselves with
Okay.
Dan and Nate.
That was
Yeah.
Yeah. And Paul
Yeah.
Paul keeps torturing me and sending me texts. What was the last one? 551?
551, yeah.
Yeah, so you put the power booster on the battery. Is that what you did?
Yep, made the sharpener releasing.
The jumper pack. You love
Now-
teasing me about that, don't you?
Zach, I had to leave for a second. Do you also carry just regular grapples? Like you would hook on a chain with a tractor bucket or something like that?
Yeah, so we do have a lineup of skidding tongs, just regular tongs that we have a 25-inch version and a 16-inch version. They both come in a standard with a standard ring, or you can get them with the swivel adapter that can hook onto a chain.
Nice.
So those are all made with the same high quality steel that we can hook hooks and out of, and they're made right there in Connecticut. And for both skidding logs, they're a great option. They're the tongs that we manufacture our own tongs for all of the arches, both the fetching arch and the junior arch and the buck arch. Use our own in-house made tongs, and we sell them as individuals. The standalone tongs are zinc plated as a finish, and they also, just like our other stuff, do a great job at biting into logs and helping our customers move them.
Gotcha.
Eric?
Yeah, we do like our American-owned companies, Logrite, Woodmiser. I have several Logrite products. They got orange paint on them, but they were made by Logrite. Let me tell you a quick story about my LT70 behind the door. You can't see it. My local dealer called me on a Monday morning and said, "Hey, I seen one of your videos. You was thinking about upgrading." Friday afternoon, I owned a brand new LT70. Thank you, Joe. Yeah. But there's nothing wrong with being pro-American And if you're European, be pro-European, whatever. I was looking at chainsaws today on Facebook Marketplace, because I got plenty. I got an addiction, and one of these Neotechs popped up, and I thought about it, and I said, it ain't American made. It's a copy of an American made product. Why would I buy that? Pass, move on. And that's what we as Americans got to do more of. Some of these products are always going to be available. You just got to make a choice. Quit purchasing. Buy something that's made in America, made with quality, and it's keeping other Americans employed. I'm sure you got a huge labor force that you're taking care of, Zach, between you and your dad. You're feeding a lot of families.
Yeah. Yeah. It's important to us to, have, a great team of employees there at the shop. We work together. We try our best to have people. We do a lot of training in a lot of ways. A lot of people. When you work with Logrite, you get the opportunity to learn all about the process from start to finish. Because over the years we've made such an effort to streamline the way we manufacture things. It's created the ability for people to learn those processes. A lot of times when things are manufactured, there's not firm manufacturing instructions or the exact way to do things, and so our process has been refined over the years to a way where being able to train all of our employees to do most of the jobs in the shop has been a real benefit.
Yeah, you're not a huge industry. You're not like Chevrolet or Ford or whatever. You're a family-owned business, and I'm sure you know the majority of the employees personally.
Yeah, we do.
Their families. When their kids are having birthdays, and that matters. It matters a lot. We went through a phase over the last 20 years or so where it was a bad thing.
Not enough storage. Was that?
Well, that's changed. There's nothing wrong with being pro-American. There's nothing wrong with telling people you need to buy American made to support the country that you live in. Now, if you live in another country, then you support your country, but we're Americans. And it's time we get back to living that lifestyle and taking your money and speaking with it. Buy American made.
Yeah, that's why we love that we can put that sticker on all of our products that says "Made in America," because we that's what we do. We make it right here.
Well, I make a conscious choice just like everybody else. If I walk in the store and there's 2 widgets for sale, and one's made here and one's made somewhere else, it makes my choice real simple.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
How many log arches you guys think you build a year, Zach? Just curious. I'm going to test you now, Bill.
I don't know off the top of my head.
If you had to guess, what do you think?
He's not in sales; he's in marketing.
Yeah.
I guarantee you'd ask Kevin, he'd know.
Okay, this is where you act like you start freezing up. So,
Hey, Zach, just look at the camera and say 750 or so. Nobody knows how to check behind you.
yeah,
Yeah, he gets it wrong, he'll get a smack upside his head come Monday.
or the correct answer would have been, it doesn't matter. It's built in America.
I'll say this, that we sell log arches to make sure that people can continue to log their wood lots efficiently and safely.
Yeah.
Paul, can you answer Nate on that one? You got a 500i, don't you?
Put it on.
I got
Yeah.
one.
Great all around. If you want to put a longer than 25 or 20 inch bar on it, you might need a felling kit for dropping trees. Flex a little bit, but
Listen, I got a 500i. I got one that's actually a hot saw, my local saw guy. poured and polished it. It's a beast. Average homeowner does not need a saw that big. The average homeowner
correct.
don't need to spend $1,800 plus another $500-600 to have one, hot shot. But if you got the money, they're an excellent saw.
You guys let them run for 10 minutes before you run them?
Heck no, I crank that thing up, and about 10 seconds later, she's 14,000 RPM going to town.
Not here. I'll let that baby run for a few minutes before you use it.
We don't have that extreme of weather. Now, when it's cold, yeah, I'll crank it up and let it sit there and idle 10, 15, 20 seconds, and then she's going.
That and the altitude.
Yeah, I'm sure the altitude makes a big difference. But
yeah, I have to let it run for 5-10 minutes before I get it going. But once it's warmed up and going, it starts.
Yeah, they're an excellent piece of equipment. You get what you pay for. It's not a $500 chainsaw. It's an $1,800 chainsaw.
Higher now.
So, Zach,
Yeah.
do you sell those hats?
So I will say that the best way to get your hands on Logrite branded apparel is to come visit us at one of the trade shows that we spend time at.
Well, I wish I knew that. I'd have got a hat from you.
I'm reading some of these comments. I saw a question there about one of our log arches to see if they do a 40-inch log, and the biggest log arch we make is the T36, which does 36 inches. I will also, so, as a family-owned business, marketing is just one of the hats that I wear. So the majority of my work consists as a manufacturing engineer. So I spend time in the shop, and my main goal is to make sure that our products are made as efficiently as possible. I do tooling and fixturing for making our things consistent. Consistency, quality, those are top priority for me. And so most of my days I spend trying to think up new ways to make the process in our shop safer for our employees, trying to make the product better for our customers, and just trying to all in all make a higher quality product.
Okay, so Ray's asking pneumatic or solid. I already know the answer.
They're pneumatic tires.
Exactly. You want a little bit of flexibility running them through the woods.
Yeah.
So the benefit of a 500i versus a 660.
I own both of them. The 500i is a screamer. The 660 is a log bar special. If you want to pull a 5-foot bar, low RPM, high torque, that's what you want. But if you want something that's going to cut quick, 500i. I would put a 660 on a slack and needle instead of a 500i.
See, I'm just the opposite. I'll do the 661 or the 660.
Yeah,
I prefer a little bit bigger. In fact, my 661 with a 32-inch light bar, same weight as the 500i. Can't tell the difference.
Yeah, I bought
with a lot more stuff.
Feather light bars. They're worth the money.
They are worth the money. Not everybody's in the same size wood, though. You know what I mean?
Right.
From east to west, guys. The dimensions of the wood are huge. My logs are. I can go from 18-inch tops to 20. The logs are different sizes.
Not everything I was bucking this week was 30 inches and up.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Angry Arler.
Zach,
Boy, the crazies are out tonight.
Well,
And out around Deck Woodsman. He said he was going to stop by and stop by his camp, Zach, on his way to Woodsman's next year. He wants to show you all his tools.
I saw that's amazing. I just wanted to say that being on here with you guys has been a real pleasure. I enjoy being able to interact with the world at large, and you guys in particular. It's always been a great time. It's getting pretty late here at my home. I think it's time for me to sign out. It's a real honor that I get to join you guys again with better internet connection, and have the ability to answer all the questions and take part in the conversation. It's a real pleasure. I'm excited, like I said, to be able to introduce our lineup of tongs. I hope that the people on, our live stream tonight will go check out our website, logrite.com. You can call our office. You can ask for me if you have any questions. We're always there if you have questions about using our products or what you need. Our office staff is very friendly and always open to take questions. So if you're not sure how something works, or you have a question about the products that you already own, or you're just interested in getting one of our tools or one of our products and you're not sure which one's right for you, you can call our office and we'll walk you through how to get the right tool in your hands, because it is important depending on what you're doing. I'm never going to recommend somebody get a 72-inch mega hook if they just want to roll cants on their smaller sawmill. And our staff is knowledgeable. Our team works really hard to make sure our customers get the products that they need.
What is your office phone number, Zach?
Oh boy.
Put him on the spot.
Good going, Tim.
I was just going to put it up there so people
Now
can.
Tim, you just got him a demerit from Dad. Come on.
It's 1-800-631-4791.
Good comeback.
4791. All right.
Zach, you're always welcome to come on. If you got something new that you're coming out with and you want to come on for 30 minutes or so and just tell us about it, you're always welcome to come on and join us to help your company and to promote things if you want.
I appreciate that. Like I said, go on the website, check out our tongs. There will be some media coming out on the use of the tongs and our move into making the firewood processing a little bit easier, whether it's picking up logs or reaching across trailers. And like I said, check out the website, give our office a call if you have any questions or you're looking for our products. You can find like our legs, our tools, the arches, the blue creeper, everything's right there. Just call or visit the website.
But no
Do you have
hats.
a YouTube channel for Logrite?
What's that?
Do you have a YouTube channel for Logrite?
We do have a Logrite YouTube channel. The YouTube channel consists on videos of our products, some videos on how our products work and things like that. We don't post regularly as in like daily updates or anything like that. It's an informational YouTube channel used to inform our customers on how our stuff works.
Good. Yeah. That's always handy. Somebody buys something or looking at buying it, they go to, watch a YouTube video and get a little more knowledge before they call you in.
Yeah.
Because we're all human and we can't remember everything, but if I can Google search or YouTube search, I can learn a lot.
Yeah. And like I said, if you call our office, we can direct you to places where you can find examples of our products being used and how they work. And, we use tools in that way in order to direct the people who are looking for something to find the product that's right for them.
I didn't look while I was on your website, but I'm sure you got a dealer locator.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
There's a dealer locator on our website.
Awesome.
So,
Well, Zach, we really appreciate you coming by tonight and being a guest.
thank you guys. I appreciate it so much. I hope you enjoy your evening. I look forward to seeing everybody at our trade shows and hopefully at our open house in April. Be on the lookout for that. We'd love to have everybody show up and see.
Yeah, Rick and I'd like to come out to that. So might see you then.
Awesome.
Thanks,
Thank
Zach.
you guys.
Thanks, Zach.
All right. Good night, Zach.
Have a good night, Zach.
Very knowledgeable young man.
Yeah, that was good. That was a lot better than last time.
I think we talked him to death.
I see Mother for the win. She got you back online.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. You guys was freezing up here and there, and I was the only one moving. All of a sudden, it went just blank, and I couldn't get back on for a minute.
Yeah, it did that to me a couple shows ago, remember?
Yep,
Rick goes,
Yeah.
he's froze. He's not moving.
I know. I was getting all nervous, and Mother was getting all mad that I was getting mad, but I wasn't getting mad.
Yeah, we don't want to start the chainsaw wars. There's a couple questions on chainsaws.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, Husky Husky and Steel and even Echo,
Nate, yes.
they all make a wonderful product, and they all make a lot of different products. And if you're in the sawmill business, you're going to own more than one chainsaw. Most of us own more than you can count on two hands. But, and they all see a different need. I have little bitty chainsaws. I have electric chainsaws. I have bigger chainsaws, and I got real big chainsaws. And, depending on what you do is what you grab. There's no one chainsaw been made that fits all the needs.
Artists don't have one pencil.
Right. Yeah. I got a 3120 Husky, and it serves one purpose. It cuts big logs when the other saws can't cut through them. Other than that, I don't want to touch it. It's too big. You need a bigger man to run it.
We had one question up there about Blue Creeper as a lubricant. It's penetrating oil, right?
Yes.
Nate?
Yes.
Isn't that correct? It's penetrating oil?
Yeah, it's WD-40 on steroids.
There you
Works.
go.
I did not know that Logrite owned that. I will be supporting them and buying some here shortly. That's an excellent product, especially, none of us live on the coast, but if you're anywhere near salty water or up north where they have a lot of salty roads, you're gonna need
Oh,
some.
George.
Oh, only you guys would think of put stuff. Oh, good grief.
Wait a minute.
They just push that one off screen before we get in trouble.
There's people out there. Did you put the one about Craig lives not quite on the end of the earth?
Mhm.
I think I
He
did.
don't live on the end of the earth. He lives at the top of the earth.
Yeah. See, Craig don't ever get snow because he's above it.
No, I get plenty of snow.
Yeah, he'll send me a picture every now and then. Beautiful blue skies, looking out his sawmill. I don't know how he gets his work done. And you see those mountains over there, and they're all freaking wide. That does it for me. I'm done. Let's go back inside.
I don't know how he gets any work done, period. He must work like a madman in between the texts. That's all I can tell you.
Mhm. And the
Hey.
pictures. Mm.
Bunch of pictures.
I keep inviting you. You guys come out and help me. No one's going to do it.
You might be too much of an animal for me.
I need air to breathe. I can't breathe
no.
on no air.
It's
Here's
all
one for
good.
you, Rick.
It won't take you very long.
We started a small still, then used by the wild thing. Rick and I still got the wild thing.
Yeah.
Let's see. You graduated
361.
to 361. Died, went to heaven. We also have an MS 260. Nice lightweight for Dad. Yeah.
Nate, check out the 400 or either the 461 or the 462. Those are about a 70 cc saw as well. I like those. Those are good saws too.
Yeah, the 500, this is just the latest and greatest thing on the market. Fuel injected, got a little auto-tune computer on them.
Now, I'm going to tell you the truth. He mentioned the wild thing. Tim and I both have two saws, a wild thing, pulling wild thing. Those saws are 25 years old. God knows how much they've cut. I know mine has been thrown several times because it wouldn't start, and yet it still keeps going.
Hey, I had a pulling wild thing. I found it in a dumpster one day. I was delivering a restaurant next to a big hardware store, Lowe's, something like that. And the thing was in the dumpster with the bar and the chain hanging off of it. I said, shoot, I'll tell you, somebody took the bar off, knocked the chain off the bar and took it back and got their money back.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I used it for a long time, and it was a good gift because at the time I couldn't afford a new saw.
Well, we had them as the chainsaw mills, but now they're both debarkers. So
I
they
got
still have their
debarkers.
purpose.
I didn't watch
They
the
got
video.
debarkers on them now.
Was it Chick Canick put out a video, I think it's today or yesterday, about why Wild Things are her favorite saw. I didn't watch it to find out why, but
Who was that?
they're out there. People love them.
Oh yeah, purple
There's
and
an
green.
actual-
You guys done a video on that debarker that you got from Hudson? You guys? Have you guys done a video?
They
on
don't-
that?
They don't sell it
We've
anymore.
used it. We've used them on videos, but they don't sell them anymore, Craig.
Okay. I was
Yeah, their
wondering.
manufacturer.
I don't. The manufacturer went out of business, I think.
They probably couldn't afford the liability on that thing. It looks crazy when you use it.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Well,
And it
I
played
tell you what,
nice
it
flying
works
ground.
works great on routes that are just above the ground that where your lawnmower hits.
Yeah, well, they're not supposed to be
anymore.
a stump grinder.
Unless you use some dull sawzall blades for you run around the yard and just stick it in off them little roots. But
Yeah, they were cheap. They're only like what, a buck 25 or something, or
No,
buck
I think
19.
they're like $79.
but whoever invited Zach on, y'all did a good job.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've had a bunch of good guests on, and I think Jack's going to be on next month.
Yeah,
So,
Jack Beckwith with
he's
Woodmiser is going
always,
to be next month.
He's always a good time.
Yeah, he's a people person.
Yeah, he's a man of knowledge. I mean, he
Yeah,
told us so
yeah,
much
he
about blades last time he was on here. It's crazy. We didn't even know.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Well, Craig's very knowledgeable about blades. He's like, use the bimetal. I'm like, okay, why? Because.
Yes, I used a carbide once. Hadn't given me a problem yet.
No, blades are a touchy subject.
Well, you're not going to kill yourself with it, but don't let it get away from you. I can tell you that. I
don't know if you'll kill yourself with it, but be careful.
I can see if it gets away from you, you're going to have some skin marks. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, keep it off your shit.
Yeah.
Rick and Tim, as much
it
as
up.
you modified your meals, why hadn't you made a debarker for your meal?
Well, I don't know because our logs are clean.
Don't give him any ideas, Eric. Eric, don't give him any more ideas.
You need something to work on next week.
I'm running out of room for him and all those ideas. I'm gonna have to build a bigger sawmill.
What do you think he's doing when he falls asleep so quick? He's dreaming of things.
Yeah. It's
You
every
don't know
day I
how many
come home
times-
from work. He goes, "Come on over. I got something to show you." What do you got this time?
You don't know how many ideas that Hudson has of ours that they're going to implement eventually.
Yep, they're working on them.
It's more than me.
McCulloch.
Who grew up running a McCulloch chainsaw?
I did.
I did.
Man. Remember the thumb pumpers are the ones that was right beside the bar.
Thumb pumper.
Yeah,
Thumb pumper.
thumb pumpers.
16
Now-
inch.
Now, you're going to laugh, but years ago, I had a home light, a big home light. I don't know what it was for sure, but that saw was a beast. It
Did
was
y'all
heavy,
carry
but
a little gas bottle in your sawmill box?
no.
We always carried a little squirt bottle of gas, stand that McCulloch up on the end, squirt a little bit, and
Oh,
get it cranked. You people don't know what you enjoying with these modern saws. Just mash the button and crank them.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
But
Is that Andy Paul with his McCulloch? The 1010?
It has a thumb pump on it.
Yep. I saw that when we were over there.
I still got a
Yeah,
couple of
home light.
wall
I think
hangers
it was.
on the wall.
360
I
Pro.
think it was a home light 360 I had. That saw was a beast. I couldn't kill it.
Who made home
And I ended up,
Rick?
and
I
I ended up
grew up-
selling it. I
I
ended up
grew up
selling it.
using a couple of them old McCullochs, and Dad bought Husky 77. Now them was wicked saws for the time. No anti-vibration on them. When you grabbed a hold of it, you was holding the motor.
Oh, absolutely.
Rick, didn't you have a steel that had a head that would rotate?
I
bar?
had an old steel that the bar would rotate. You could turn it 90 degrees to the
Sideways?
saw.
Wow.
And it had a tube that came off the air shroud that went to the carburetor like a turbocharger. That was a man saw, I tell you.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
I never run
I
a
don't know what
bow
happened
saw. Have any of you guys ever run one of the old bow saws?
Yeah,
No.
I run a bow saw.
What was the benefit of that?
I have no clue.
Oh,
couldn't
they
cut
just
a
made-
tree.
I couldn't
Couldn't,
imagine any.
I think it was a firewood saw. You couldn't cut a tree down with it.
Oh no.
No,
It
yeah,
just looked-
that was built to take on to cutting on wood on the ground.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's
It
what you
just
couldn't
looks
cut a tree
dangerous
down.
sitting there.
Yeah, it's dangerous.
Yeah, I've been on the other end of that McCulloch too. Andy. Yeah,
We-
that's
we
not
didn't-
fun. That's not fun. Not fun.
We never had one with a helper hand on the end. I have
Oh,
one.
man.
I got a 6-foot bar for my Alaskan mill that's got a helper handle on the other end. Never have got
Yeah,
to use it. Won't bother me if we never use it.
I had an old saw with a helper handle on the other end, but I never got it running.
Yeah. You've had quite a few saws, Rick.
Yeah, I have.
the
I've gone
years.
through a lot of saws.
Rick, was that steel that rotated? Was that a 4-cycle? Some of those early
No,
steels.
no,
No,
it was a 2-stroke, but
But that thing was huge, though.
the bar, the width of the bar was like almost 6 inches. It was a huge
Yeah,
saw.
It was crazy.
It was a crazy saw.
It was blue, wasn't it? Or was it painted
Huh?
blue? Somebody painted
No,
blue?
it was red. It was red. It was red.
I thought it was
I
blue
think
for
the
some
bar.
reason.
I think the bar was so that you could turn the bar 90 degrees and cut into a tree without turning the engine. You know what I'm talking about? Keep the
Yeah.
engine level.
Yeah.
But no, it was a 2-stroke. That was a beast too.
Home Electric Lighting Company. Interesting.
Yeah, I had that Home Light 360 Pro, and I ran that saw for 20 years, and then I sold it to somebody for $100, and as far as I know, they're still running it.
So, Paul, what does Andy prefer? Does he let you do all the chainsawing, or do you let him have fun?
No, he has some fun with it too, but I think I prefer it. But that's the fun stuff.
Heck yeah. I've been wanting to
Yeah,
ask you that for a minute.
The Husky 372, that's a nice saw.
It is. I still have a 372. It's just blowed up. But the only reason I bought a 500 die
Too much humidity.
instead of another 372 is because they went up $600 on the price and didn't do a thing to the.
All my
Crazy.
Canadian buddies are Husky fans, but I Eric, you know, you're the first one that's true Husky buddy.
Who?
Eric.
Oh,
I like
Eric?
'em all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they crank
I
and
got
run,
it.
they're good.
Yeah. No, I
I
agree.
got a little bit of everything.
Yep.
I think somebody asked a question. Did Home Light make the Sears brand? I think they did.
Yeah, I thought they did too.
I think they did.
Probably at some point in the career, every company's made a saw for Sears.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you're right.
Craftsman. That's Craftsman.
And one of the we pick on your wild thing, pull on wild things, but they're actually, I should say this. Okay, saws. The problems with most of the saws that customers buy, I used to be in the retail, is they use them once a year, and they sit for a year till next time you use them. Everything's all gummed up and didn't put it away, didn't drain the gas or anything like that. That was the biggest cause, I think, of a lot of pull-on issues. Pull-on got the reputation, rightly or wrongly, but a lot of it was they sold to customers who didn't use them too often. A storm came up, used the saw,
Yeah.
put it away, and it sat
Yeah.
there for a year or two for the next time they used it. And yes, it's not going to start 2 years from now. Any saw will have problems.
Bear
Well,
with me,
my
Paul.
wild-
I'm trying to get to where that live's not in your face.
My wild thing, you would burn through a tank of gas, fill it back up, and then it didn't want to start. And I'd get pissed off and throw it off in the woods and say to hell with it. Go get another saw, and then I go back a couple days later, pick it up, and start right up.
Yep.
Sounds like it knew you.
Well, that's why I've got 3 or 4 sitting on the shelf over there. they got bad habits. They don't always want to crank when they're supposed to. So they're on. They're in. If you ever watch Diesel Creek, they're over there in the healing weeds trying to get better. If they don't get better, they're never coming out.
What about the old eager beavers?
I don't remember
I
that.
remembered it. I remember the eager beaver. I remember the eager
Who,
beaver.
who makes that, Junior?
Now, if you guys ever get up north of Utica to where the Hudson sawmill place is, if you want to see some old saws, they literally have a chainsaw museum there. You can go in there and see them for free.
Yeah, the eager beaver was made by McCulloch.
Yeah,
McCulloch. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. At one time, in the 60s through the 80s, McCulloch was, top of the market. They made good stuff.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I guess they kind of got into that Craftsman Sears mentality, started making cheaper and cheaper and just ruined their reputation, never innovated. And that's about the time when I was growing up, Husky come on the American market and they just produced a superior saw. That was
Right.
that's the first saw I'd ever put my hands on and turned 12, 13,000 RPM. It might rattle your teeth, but man, that thing would cut.
Yeah, but the first Huskies that came out, they ran so many RPMs that you had to replace the piston in it once a year. I can remember that.
Yeah, my dad still got that 77, and it's a monster for what it is.
All right. So who has a chainsaw mill? Paul, you guys got one, don't you?
I got one. Don't use it, but
Eric's
I got
got one. Craig, you still got one?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Stays in the garage as long as possible.
Yeah. It's a kind of a niche market here.
It's almost like work, though.
I saw
me at one time, about doing it, and I got tired of not telling them I didn't. So I bought a big saw and a big mill, and I hadn't had anybody ask since.
I saw a chainsaw mill at Woodsman's Days one time, and I walked away, shaking my head, and that'll never happen to me.
Wrong. Wrong.
I'm talking about the chainsaw mill. I'll never own one. Too much work.
Yeah.
It's a very niche market. It's not worth it. Wood-Mizer makes a mill now that cut 52 inches, and they're very affordable. Yeah, I'd do that before I'd go chainsaw milling.
Even a dedicated slabber mill.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a buddy of mine's got one. Is it the LX 250 or something like that?
Yeah. Yeah. The 250, even the 150 cuts pretty big.
He bought the 52-inch slabbing mill because that's about all he does. And if I need one or got a customer needs one, here, call this guy.
Yeah.
Pass the love around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess they would be good for splitting a big log, right? Chainsaw mills. Huge.
Come in handy for
But don't you have to have a special chain to run those?
We'll just run a ripping chain.
Yeah, you have a ripping chain.
Yeah, just a 10-degree tooth.
Yeah, you just take where a regular chain's got like 20-degree angle in it. It's what, like 5, 6? It's not much.
Yeah, I think my ripping chains are 10.
Yeah, they take the rake out of the cut so that you don't get those long slivers when you're cutting across grain.
Okay.
That's probably
what's the
that's
LX3?
That's the mill right under the LX 450.
Yeah.
All right,
So
what's
that LX,
is that hydraulic?
Yes.
Okay.
And all the LX stuff is
Twin rail.
comes in, the carriage comes in sections, so you can just make it basically as long as you want to make it.
Oh, the twin rail.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all
I got
twin
you.
rail.
Okay, I got you.
I mean, if you got a niche market and you're sawing 30-foot slabs, that's what you need to buy. Unless you want to go spend big money and buy that WM 4000 or something.
Yeah, I've got
you're right.
a buddy of mine that is down there in Louisiana, down south in down by Joe Maine, and he's run a LT50 for years, and he just did, I think, 40 something feet of LT15 track.
Oh, there's good money in it. Even where I'm at, if I could saw
Yeah.
26 foot stuff, you can make good money at it because there's nobody around that gets even close to that.
Yeah. Oh,
Right.
I still have a 12-foot extension. I haven't had time to get rigged that I need to.
Well, you're
Lot
sawing
to ground.
stuff more so than the public, right? Most of the time. But if people knew you could do it, they'd come to see you to buy that 30-foot log.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
Well, we watched.
you don't saw 30 foot for the same price you saw 8 foot.
No.
Nowhere close.
60,
We watched them.
60 inches wide. Holy cow.
We watched
Yeah,
them
George,
put.
the 250 is not, but the four. I thought you meant the 450. The 450 is hydraulic.
The
Yeah.
250 is not.
Yeah, correct.
I
Okay,
think
so that's like a push mill then, like Paul and Andy have?
No, well, no, there wouldn't be any hydraulic controls like the clamp, turner,
Okay.
that sort of stuff.
it's electric up and down and it's power fed.
Okay.
But it's just two rails sitting on the ground, so there's no hydraulics to help you
Okay, I got you.
Gotcha.
So
If you
that
go
will
big-
take a 60
You go
log
big
though?
tractor to turn it over or a big Andy.
Well, we watched them put a 50-inch log on a slabber mill at Hudson at the show,
Yeah.
and I don't want to ever have to mess with a log like that. Never.
Yeah, they couldn't even hardly get it up there with equipment.
And it took 4 men to roll it,
Yeah, that's
and
crazy.
we were two of them helping.
Yeah. How long do you think it was?
8 foot 6.
Oh, I think it
8
was
footer?
Yeah,
No,
8 foot 6.
not the one they put on the slabber. It wasn't.
Yeah, the one that we rolled
No.
on, that's 8 foot 6.
No, it
Length.
was not. It was like 14 feet.
Oh, that's right. They were making. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
They were making tables.
The big tables. Yep, you're right.
Yeah.
Am I wrong? I'm bad.
Took four of us. John Faber was one of them that helped. You know, he was sawing.
Was it a
four
hardwood
of
or
us.
softwood?
No, it was pine. It was white pine.
That's still 1,851 board feet on a dull scale.
Whew.
Yeah. It was huge.
And that's 2.8. So 1,850 times 2.8. Oh,
So, Neil, what do you want me to clap for you? Okay, great.
yeah.
80.
That's
Big-
5,000
who cares?
pounds long. You boys
Nobody
going
cares.
you wasn't going to roll
Nobody
that by hand.
We got ice. We got snow. What do you want, Neil? Come on. I'm just playing with you, buddy.
All right, guys, we've hit the 10 o'clock mark.
Does that mean you got cookies, milk, and bedtime, or what's going on, Grandpa?
Well,
He's,
I
he's
can't
afraid
miss-
he's gonna
I
get
can't-
frozen in that chair.
I can't help it because you missed half the show.
Greg had to take a nap in the middle here.
Yeah, I had to have a little rest.
So, well, guys, we appreciate everybody that showed up tonight. We had a good show tonight. We
That's very
appreciate
good.
Zach showing up, and we had a really good viewership and a lot of questions, a lot of comments, and we really appreciate you guys coming by.
Yeah, a lot of first time commenters.
Yes.
Very good.
Yes, that was awesome.
Like to see you guys join in.
We appreciate all the
everybody.
comments. That's why we're here. I enjoy these guys. I know them all, personally, but we enjoy meeting you people coming in and commenting and interacting with us. It makes it enjoyable.
Well, that's the biggest thing about this live stream we're trying to do is be interactive with people that want to come in and have questions of, sawmilling or tools or
that and guys can
chainsaws.
ask questions to other guys that and have more
Correct.
contact to guys are going to know certain stuff, and
Right.
knowing more guys does help.
And then we're all over the country. So, I mean, it's not like we're all from one place. So that helps out too.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're missing
we all-
our Mississippi man tonight.
Mississippi, we're missing Indiana,
Indiana. Yeah.
Indiana, Mississippi.
and then Thomas from Tennessee. Where is Thomas? He hadn't been in yet, Greg.
Thomas, he's getting his house done. he's getting closer.
Okay. 'Cause I thought he was going to be coming on in October, and I just thought about that.
I built a house once. It took 2 wives.
Yeah, y'all gonna have John Beckwith next month. You need to call him up and tell him that he needs to require Joe Main to come on with him.
We did have Joe on here one time.
Yeah, we had Joe on here one time.
Yeah.
Craig
Well,
set that up,
when
didn't
we
you?
do blades again, when we get into blades again, and in the new year, we can talk Joe and maybe coming back on first of the year or something.
Sure.
You
Well,
guys,
we appreciate everybody that showed up tonight, and thank you so much for commenting and even some of the funny comments. It was nice to have a lot of interaction with everybody.
Thanks for being part of our show. We appreciate it.
yes, sir.
All right, guys, hang
All right.
around.
We'll catch you on the next one, guys. Every third Saturday night. Every third Saturday of the month at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That would be 5 o'clock your time, right, Greg?
No, 6.
6. Okay. All right, everybody. Thanks for coming. Have a good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
We want to thank everybody for stopping by the show tonight. And remember, it's the third Saturday of every month that we all gather and are on the show. See you later, guys.